I want to look nice. It's a summer movie season. Also, because it creates, like, curves here over my shoulders, it makes it look like my muscles are bigger than they are. Now, I personally am not, like, a big Alien fan. I saw the first Alien. I like it. I appreciate it. Okay, that right there should be huge praise, because I hate old movies. I cannot stand old movies. And the fact that I can actually watch Alien, that came out in, what, 1972, I think, is big praise from me. I did not like Aliens. I think it's cheesy James Cameron bullshit. I have not seen Alien 3 or Resurrection or AVP or any of the other ones. So my favorite that I have seen of the three would be Prometheus. I think Prometheus is actually really good. And I think that's the reason that I liked Alien Covenant so much, is that it's most similar to Prometheus, I'd say for sure. People are saying, like, oh, this is where Prometheus and Alien meet. I mean, I disagree. I think this is, like, very much so more a Prometheus 2 than anything else. And again, I don't know the lore of the timeline all that well, but it feels like a Prometheus movie. It just happens to have xenomorphs and facehuggers in it. And my god, is it beautiful. Say what you will about Ridley Scott. He's on and off sometimes, but man, does he make a beautiful movie. It's a shame it wasn't in IMAX. It really was. The CGI is great. The landscaping's beautiful. You'd be surprised how much of the set is actually in camera. I was watching Adam Savage on his Tested channel go around and tour that, and I'm like, wow, that's really cool. And it really does have the quiet, beautiful, kind of eerie, yet peaceful atmosphere that Prometheus did at times, you know, when there's not horrible horror violence going down. But when they're just exploring the world, I'm like, this feels like an alien world light years from here. And this, I just think that's cool. That really creates a sense of atmosphere for me. I really, really like that. The opening scene, it's great. It's Guy Pearce in old man makeup talking to David, his creation, and, like, having this little philosophical discussions, like, creation versus creator. It's like, if you made me, who made you? If you will die and I won't, can you really say you're better than me? And that right there is really the thesis of the movie. That is what extends mostly between David and Walter, which is played by Michael Fassbender. It's two androids. It's basically Data. They're both androids, but they're different models. Walter is like a straight up like android meant to help the humans, whereas David has been given like creativity and personality, and it shows how that like makes him different and stuff. So that was really, really cool to see. The cast of the movie, too, is great. Like I said, Michael Fassbender does a great job playing two completely different androids. Most of the crew are expendable, for sure. I didn't really like the Captain Chris guy. I thought he was kind of weak. Danny McBride was actually really good, and the second in command, the Danny chick, from Fantastic Beasts, she was actually really good too. See, she's like, I thought she would play a really weak, frail character. Not true at all. She's the most hardcore one in the whole movie. There's a part where she has an axe, and she's like, open the door, and she's like going outside to fight the xenomorph, and I'm like, dude. But it was well done without like stupid in-your-face feminism. The music too, great soundtrack. The opening crawl with the how they're in space. You know how the alien, like the letter pieces come in. Prometheus did that too. There's just this very kind of eerie flute playing, and it's really cool. I even teared up a little bit when the theme from Prometheus came on, and it's like, oh, the life, like. I mean, Prometheus only came out 5 years ago, and it's not my favorite movie or anything, but like, there's definitely some nostalgia there, and that's some really, really good music. There's a part where it's just showing, like, imagery, and it's, like, reminiscent of that poster where it shows all the aliens and the people, like that shot's actually in the movie. That's not promotional BS. So that's what I really liked about this movie. It's not, like, explaining it to you with crappy exposition. It's just showing it to you and kind of letting you piece together what happened, and it's just like, dude, that is, like, cool and profound and, like, fascinating. And it really reminded me of what I liked about Arrival, just like these giant alien ships and the sense of omniscience and like extraterrestrial creatures. Like, we are not alone in the universe. This is freaking me out, and it's scary and it's fascinating at the same time. The first death in the movie too is actually like really sad. It's just like, that was just bad luck. That sucks. And it wasn't caused by crew member stupidity like the other deaths in the movie, but it was just like, dude, that sucks. To be in cryosleep that long and just wake up to that is horrible. Especially since this is a colony mission. They are going to, you know, set up a home and start multiplying and making people. A lot of the crew members are married to other crew members. It's like, dude, that guy just lost his wife. At the beginning of the movie, I was rooting for the cast. About an hour in, the xenomorphs are just disemboweling people. I'm like, fuck yeah! Dude, this movie is violent. It is intense. They're just popping out of people, and that guy's spine's getting ripped apart. It's so cool. The makeup and the prosthetics with that are really good. And Alien Covenant is a movie of different genres. Sometimes it's a drama, sometimes it's an action movie, sometimes it's sci-fi, philosophy, and sometimes it's horror. And when it is horror, there is some intense, nail-biting, scary-ass shit, and it was cool. This movie had a lot more of the OG alien carnage than Prometheus did, and it was a lot scarier and really delivered on that horror a lot more than I think Prometheus did. By far, my biggest issue with the movie is just how dumb everyone is. It's like, you've got to be kidding me. It's like, I'm gonna take a leak, I'll be right back. It's like, yeah, you're fucking dead. There's a part where a little baby alien xenomorph is like flipping around. It's like, okay, the moment that thing is no longer on somebody's face, you should all be encircling it and emptying clips into the damn thing. They're all going like, pick, 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 pick. I mean, there's opposite extremes where people like freak out and waste their entire clip, but this is just like, you're being too conservative with your ammo. You don't know the biological integrity of this creature, so just bombard it with lead, please, would you? I also think it's stupid that the quarantined medbay didn't have better weapons inside of it. It's like, this should, like in Alien, in the movie Life, they had like a little incinerator inside, you know, in case, in quarantine, someone has to get locked in there with an alien, at least they have a chance to defend themselves. It's like, no, I'm gonna pull a freaking X-Acto knife out of a drawer, seriously? People walk off alone all the time. It's like, I gotta go find the captain. It's like, no, you've done enough. I'll go. I'm like, how about you all go? And the captain, I swear, does one of the stupidest things I've ever seen in my entire life. It will make you forget entirely about the alien wiener snake thing in Prometheus. It's that bad. It's like, dude, I liked you guys as cast members, but you're being so stupid right now. You deserve this, and I'm going to enjoy watching you die. And I certainly did enjoy watching them die, because there are some brutal, awesome, bloody, hardcore deaths, man. My only complaint on that end is that there is a scene in a shower, which looked like it was gonna be amazing, but it definitely cut away too soon, and it definitely didn't show that much. I mean, like, it's already rated R, and you're thinking, dude, it's already rated R, why not just go all in? And I'm like, well, it's not, it's rated R in America, but you have to understand the UK ratings board is different, and the movie has a 15, not an 18, so just because it's R in America doesn't mean they can show all the violence. So that actually, when I realized that, it cleared up a lot of why our movies don't always go that far, because America is not the only audience they have to think of. But still, dude, it's Alien Covenant. Gore, 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 please. The shower scene was my only disappointment. Like, there are people naked in the shower, they're gonna be covered in blood, and their body parts are gonna get ripped. It's gonna be amazing. That was my only disappointment. Other than that, I thought the gore and the horror was definitely there. Now, I think people's biggest problem with this movie, and something a lot of people had an issue with Prometheus as well, is they wanted answers. It's like, you asked questions, and you didn't answer them. And if you're coming into Alien Covenant expecting to know why the engineers created humanity, how they created the xenomorphs, why they were going to destroy humanity, and the motivations behind that, you're not going to. I personally am okay with that. You get a little blip of their past, and it's really cool while it's on screen, and it's really making you think, but it doesn't give you all the answers. I like it that way. It's leaving it kind of open-ended, and it makes them feel more mysterious. I'd rather that than have them give me an answer and have it be a stupid answer. I'm like, oh, well, now I know, and I don't care anymore, so I'm not still thinking about it now. There's the opposite extreme for sure, where you don't give them any information at all, and the audience is just like, well, did you even think this out through at all? I personally liked how they did it, and I thought they explored enough of creator versus creation through David and Walter that the parallels were kind of evident, and I thought that was okay on the whole. Guys, Alien Covenant is a beautifully shot and scored movie. The cast is really good. The violence and the horror is certainly there. And there's some very mature, thought-provoking, philosophical themes explored that I think really elevates this movie on a film standpoint above the shitty James Cameron action that was Aliens. But as is per usual with a horror movie, people are so stupid, and if you were going in expecting answers to Prometheus, you're still not going to get that, so that might leave you disappointed. I personally, though, on the whole, really liked Alien Covenant, and I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. From my point of view, I think the summer movie season is off to a great start. Guardians was great, Alien Covenant was great, and I'm really liking where this is going. We got Pirates next week, I'm super excited for that. I was gonna see and review King Arthur, you know, The Legend of the Sword, that looked like shit, but then I skipped it because I'm like, who cares, whatever, because I wanted to play Rainbow Six Siege. But then my brother saw it and was like, dude, you gotta see this movie. So I might still see it. I don't know if I'll review it. No promises, but if I do see it, I'll at least let you know on Facebook what I thought of it if I don't have the enthusiasm to get in front of camera or something. So still working on Mass Effect Andromeda. Gonna review the DC Wonder Woman animated movie. Gonna review What Remains of Edith Finch. Gonna review Little Nightmares. Not gonna review The Surge because I'm sick of Dark Souls. So there's your little tease of what's to come. Probably not in that order, and probably other stuff coming first.